when you voted to put your retirement savings or your retirement earnings into that program rather than Social Security. And so you eliminated yourself from any Social Security benefits. Now the problem with this is that many public employees, and teachers are probably the most obvious of this group, because the school year is not all year long, at least it didn't used to be. And so if people worked in a regular job that paid into Social Security prior to becoming a public employee, or over the summer when school was out, or after they retired from a public job, and paid into Social Security like everybody else does, you were not entitled to those benefits if you were in the publicly funded pension program. Which is ridiculous, because it's really like your money, right? You paid into it when you're working, and you might not get as much of a benefit back because you didn't pay in as much or as long, but it's still your money that you take out of gets taken out of your paycheck, and also your employer's paycheck when you're working for a job that pays into Social Security. So what we've been trying to do for decades is to end that program and allow everybody who paid into Social Security to get the benefits that they paid into. So that's that question. What was the other one?
Cap.
The cap. Okay. So right now, and this has changed over time. Sure.
If you are
Use a mic.
You need to hear.
if you are a public employee or school teacher, and you, particularly school teachers, and you are married to somebody who is not a school teacher, and they are drawing their full Social Security, you normally, if under other circumstances, would be entitled to your spouse's Social Security if it's greater than yours, or if you have no Social Security. Under this legislation, you might get a couple of $100 out of it. Personally, I have a friend who was taught for 10 or 15 years. Her husband worked under Social Security. She gets a tiny pension from CalSTRS. If something happens to her husband, she's instant poverty.
Okay. So the cap. So right now, if you make $127,000 a year or more, how many of you do? I know there's lots of you in here. Once you hit that amount, you no longer have to pay into the Social Security Trust Fund and get FICA taken out of your tax, nor does your employer.
On the amount,
Over that amount. So there, I happen to live in the Bay Area, and I can tell you there are a lot of people earning in the 6- and 7-figure numbers, and some of them are very young. They're very lucky, they're very blessed to be able to live in this very expensive area and make a lot of money. But why is it fair for people who work at a minimum wage job and pay FICA tax on every penny they earn? Every penny they earn. But when you're lucky enough to benefit from this incredible economy and make over $127,000 a year, you get to stop paying. And for some people, that's that you hit that amount in the first quarter of the year. And so you're not paying Social Security tax on anything. So all we're saying is that earned income, all earned income, should be taxed equally. Should be taxed equally. And if we did that, the Social Security Trust Fund, which is what pays your benefits, would be flush for the next 75 to 100 years at least. That one change. So that's what is called scrapping the cap, because right now there is a cap on earned benefits. Okay? So we'll take some more questions in a minute, but I guess I'm going to move. Where is Nan? Oh, should I just keep going? Okay. All right. So